Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I am Kayla, and I thank you so much for stopping by today to hang out with me and see what I'm up to today. And today I am going to be working on this Gudetama Wooble. Now you have to be a quirky person to even know what this is. It's a lazy egg, okay? That's what I'm crocheting. This is a kit from Woobles that I got at, it was part of my Mother's Day from a gift, and so I am opening it up. Oh, I didn't mean to cut it all the way across. Oh well. I meant to be able to reclose the bag. Sometimes I do things without thinking what I'm doing. But I'm just going to be working on this. I'm not going to be giving the pattern away because it is a paid for pattern, and yeah, I wouldn't do that. So this is a Sunny Side Up Gudetama. There is on Netflix, there is a cartoon about the lazy egg if you're interested. Like I said, he is not for everyone. Definitely, you have to be kind of quirky to even know who that is. But he is from the Japan cartoon era. And so, it comes with the kit and all the little things. I gotta find the pattern in here. I pull it up on my computer. And then I make my print really big on my computer screen. And that's how I, keep up with my pattern and watch it. Now, I'll just start off by saying I love these kits. These kits kind of gave me back my little love for crochet because I had lost it. I was very frustrated and not being able to crochet with my hand situation. These turned out perfect for me. I did one as just a review, one that I picked up at Walmart, and surprisingly, it gave me back my love for crochet. And with this yarn, I was able to crochet and not be so frustrated and everything. So I do love the Woobles for that. Do I love the price of the Woobles? No. But when one of my kids or my husband says, hey, what do you want for whatever holiday? I say, oh, you don't have to get me anything, baby. I'm good. No, I want to get you something, but I want to get you something that you're going to like. Well, get me a Woobles. That's my answer. Well, then give me a Woobles. They're very, very great for beginners. I've heard testimony of people learning to crochet off of this, and now they're able to go on. It's a combination of the type of yarn. I know there's free tutorials out there, but it's a combination of the type of yarn, the tutorials, the little videos, the pattern. Anyway, I'm not trying to sell you on Woobles. That's not my game plan at all. I don't care what you think about the Woobles. You can hate them passionately, and that is fine with me because that's your God-given right. You don't have to like them at all. I'm just saying, I do, and I'm not trying to sell you on them, so I'm not going to go into any more detail of that. But they do come set up. Now, I'm taking this out because I'm using different size hook. They use probably a 4 hook. Wasn't there a hook here? Wasn't there a hook? Yeah. Here is a hook with the Gudetama on there. And yeah, it's probably a 4mm hook, which I'm not going to be using the hook. And I'm not using their pre-made thing. I'm going to start my own because I'm using a different size hook. and I can't use these little bitty tiny stitch markers either. I need either this kind of stitch markers with that little jiggly, that little jaggedy thing, or these bigger stitch markers like this. Those open and close a lot easier for me. The little ones just they are very, very hard on my hand. They are. So I really didn't mean to cut this all the way open. I meant to be able to have it resealable, but I can't always use some packaging tape and fold it over to close it. But anyway, let me go pull up my pattern. Alright guys, so I got my pattern pulled up and now I am working on my project, and just thought I'd check in with you guys and see what you guys are up to today. What are you working on? Now today is Tuesday, so happy Tuesday. Whatever you're doing today, I hope it's a good one. Monday, I did not get a video put out. Just struggling, and just, it didn't happen. But I did have some company, and that took my mind off my strugglings for a bit. So I did appreciate that. But, you know, Paige came and did my meds and formula, and we had a horrible time with my formula. That morning, it kept coming unhooked from my feeding tube and making a mess, soaking my clothes, so, you know, the floor, just formula in my shoes, everything. Oh, it was a really bad, frustrating morning, and thankfully Paige was, you know, helped me get cleaned up every time, but we had leaks, like, several times, and we were even trying to tape my, tube feeding bag into my peg. It just wasn't fitting. It just wasn't fitting right. We changed the infit, the little Christmas tree part, several times, thinking maybe a new one would work better, and it didn't. Oh, it was a headache. That's what it was. And then when Paige left, Zeke came over. And so, spent a little time with him, chatting it up and stuff, and, he did create a Facebook page, and he does have some new coasters listed. Now, his website is going to be listed below, and all his, Facebook group, not group, I don't know if it's just a Facebook page or what, is Zeke's Creations, and I'll list that below, but and his his website is zekescreations.net. So if you're interested in getting a little coaster from him, you can check that out and check out his little Facebook page. So I'll list those below. And if you want to, you know, tell him anything or whatever, maybe you can on that Facebook page. I have no idea about that. If you can post on it, or you can post on his post or something like that, probably. Anyway, I'm going to count these real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, just to make sure I'm starting off right. It's no worse than starting off wrong and then wondering why your project's not working out because your, you know, row was wrong in the beginning. Anyway, Zeke spent a little time with me yesterday, and then when Zeke left, Big Daddy came in, so I was talking with him and spending some time with him about his day and, you know, just about what's going on and what all I was dealing with that day. And then Zeke's mom came over, and I had a lovely visit with her. So glad she came over, and then, let's see, she didn't leave till almost about 10 p.m. last night. So, yeah, I just never did get a video out, and I had, you know, some things going on health-wise with me that was just, you know, preventing me from just jumping up and doing it at any of my free seconds of the day. But I do go to the GI doctor on Friday, so we're counting on that. She's not going to do anything Friday. It's just, you know, talk. It's no procedures or anything like that. But I'll be glad to get there and talk with her and, you know, try to figure out what we're going to do. What we're going to do about all the issues I'm having, because, okay, so my reflux and GERD and all that is probably not the same as yours. Like, my reflux is not, oh, I ate spaghetti and I got reflux. No, mine is not that. I have scleroderma, and scleroderma hardens you, okay? It starts turning things into stone, basically. Okay, let me, I got off paying attention to what I was doing. So I think this is going to work out. Okay. So, anyway, scleroderma has hardened my esophagus. So, I can no longer, like, eat foods that I once loved because it will not go down my esophagus. And I used to get my esophagus stretched all the time, and it never did help all that much, but it would give me a little bit of relief because it's very, very painful to eat and not be able to get things down your esophagus. That's a lot of pain in your chest where you feel like you are just, having a heart attack, you're dying, this is it. And then over time, sometimes I couldn't even swallow water, which also means your own saliva doesn't go down. Yes, it gets bad at times, okay? Sometimes I can't even swallow my own saliva or water. But then sometimes I can eat ice cream, mashed potatoes, carrot souffle, something in that consistency. Pudding, Jell-O, I'm trying to think. Something that just melts in your mouth and disappears. Yeah. Sometimes I can eat things like that. Okay, so scleroderma hardened my esophagus. Well, scleroderma also started on my heart just a little bit, but it's barely into stage 1. And when I see the cardiologist, they run all the tests and, ultrasound, CT, MRI, and all that to test to see, what's happening with that. My heart has not progressed, so I'm very, very thankful for that. And it's not progressing in my lungs, and so that is good. That's good. That's 2 main things that, you don't want to happen. So, scleroderma started hardening my stomach. Okay, so my stomach is hardening, turning to stone. Because basically that's what scleroderma does, is it can turn you to stone. Some people has like stuff on the inside, outside, or just whatever. So the scleroderma has hardened my stomach, in my abdomen, and in my intestines are hardening, and so they don't work. They don't work correctly. They're barely working at all now. So I have gastroparesis from that. And what goes into my stomach is not emptying. I think in a 5-hour test, my stomach emptied 10% in a 5-hour test. So that is not good at all. So she is talking a J tube into my intestines. I would still have the G tube in my stomach, but I would have the J tube down in my intestines. And so, because my stomach does not empty, I'll still have that J tube in my stomach because I'll be able to like open that up and get some relief. And when I'm super, super bloated and food has just been sitting there for days in my stomach, yeah. So my reflux is not, oh, she ate spaghetti and now she's got reflux. No, that's not it. I wish that was it, because medications would work for that. I'm on 5 different medicines for the reflux, GERD, all that, whatever you want to call it. I'm on 5 different medications for all that. Plus, take some Tums, take some Pepto-Bismol. I can't even say it. I have a bottle of that sitting by my chair. I take a swig during the night. Pepto-Bismol. That's what it's called. I tried doing baking soda because people say that helps with it. Nothing has helped with mine. Not the 5 medications, prescriptions, not the over-the-counter stuff. And I've been on several different medications so far. None of that has helped with mine. And mine, if I lay down in the bed, I start refluxing so bad that it's stomach acid is coming out my nose. And that is horrible, horrible. That is so horrible. Oh, goodness. You know how stomach acid will burn your throat when you reflux? Imagine it coming out your nose. It is horrible. And so I deal with that a lot. But even sitting in my chair or even at my desk here, sitting in my computer chair, I'm still reflux so bad. And when I doze off, I wake up strangled because that has come up in my throat and I get strangled and I'm just like throwing up because I'm strangled on it and everything. And it is horrible. I'm just so ready to do something about it. So we've already talked about the J-tube, and I'm still not gung-ho on doing that because I just don't want another hole in my body. But we've also mentioned the niacin surgery. It's a surgery where they can close off this little flap at the bottom of your esophagus. They can also take your esophagus and wrap it around your stomach. Some kind of way to keep the reflux, from happening. If she wants to do that, I'm like, grab the knife and let's do it. I mean, seriously. It'd probably be done by scope. But yeah, I'm ready to do it. If that's what she wants to do, I'm all for it because I cannot continue like this. Like I'm going on no sleep, and it's horrible to be so sleepy and you can't sleep because you reflux and you get strangled and it's bad, and people are like, oh, take you some medicine to help you sleep. Well, that's not going to help because I'll be extra, extra sleepy then and still not be able to sleep because of the reflux. So it's not that I can't sleep. I could go to sleep all right, but I can't stay asleep in reflux. Like every time I doze off, and it's just horrible. I'm over it, okay? Now, she's also going to talk to me about the J-tube. I know, because she already has. And she's already sent me messages about the J-tube and all that. So we're going to talk about that too, I know. And I've got questions, because I'm not going home getting that done. I don't want to have it done. But if she can convince me that it's going to improve my life, I already know I'm going to have it done. But I'm just not wanting to have it done. Let me see what I'm supposed to do here. Because this pattern is way different than any of the other patterns I've done. Some of the others I, have memorized. But this one definitely is not the same. Definitely not the same. So I need to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing. But, so I'm dealing with a lot right now. And, I still didn't do it right, even though I was saying in my mind what I was supposed to be doing. So anyway, hopefully Friday we'll get some kind of game plan. Because I need a game plan. I need to know that we're going to do something. This is really strange pattern, but you know, it's one of them where you just gotta trust the pattern. Because it's, you know, kind of seeming a little bit weird, but trust the pattern. Anyway. So what else has been going on here? So the other night, I was asleep in my chair. Well, I wasn't asleep. I take that back. I was not asleep. I was in my chair to go to sleep. But I was looking at my phone. Sassy was laying on my legs. And Sissy was laying on the top of the chair behind my head. So I knew where they were. The lights were out. I had my phone and I was looking at it. And something past my phone moved in the dark. So I just reached over and touched the new little touch light that I have and turned the light on. And this is what I saw. So yeah, Phoebe was just laying there on the arm of the couch across from me, just staring at me. And I didn't even know she was in there. Like, that was just so funny. It really scared me when I realized that there's something in here. And it was Phoebe. And she laid there for a little while just staring at me. She didn't want to come over there with me. And then a little while later, she got down and went and got in her puppy bed. She's so funny. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting her to be there. Wasn't expecting anything to be there. But there was Phoebe. Just watching me. Yeah, but when I was looking at my phone, and I just happened to see something move past my phone. You know, I felt like something was there, moving, and thank goodness it was just Phoebe. Silly girl. And then one night, was it last night? No, the night before. She always pretends like she can't jump up in my chair. But she can jump up in Big Daddy's chair just fine. But it thundered, and here she come running and jumped right up in my chair. She could all of a sudden jump up there. Animals are so funny. Oh, and Sassy. Okay, so my cats, usually when people come over, they don't come right out. They stay kind of hidden. But they've got to where they come out when Paige is here. Sassy will come out. Sissy will come out a little bit when Paige is here, but still not a whole lot. Big Daddy made it home, and so I had to chat with him a minute. But, so not Phoebe, back to the cats. Sassy comes out a lot more while Paige is here. Well, Paige was here, and she was, we were restocking my feeding tube supplies. If you don't know, that's a lot. It's overwhelming. So many supplies and having to keep up with, you know, making sure you don't run out and just keeping your supplies stocked and handy and all that kind of stuff. So I have these drawer sets. At Walmart, you can buy these little 3 sets of drawers. It's like 3 drawers like this that stack on top of each other, and there'd be a third one. Well, I bought 2 sets of those, and on the top one, take off that top lid and stick another set on there and snap it on, so you can make those 6 tall, and that's what I needed to house my feeding tube supplies. And so Paige had got it. It's on wheels, so it rolls. Paige had got it out, but you do have to be careful because those wheels will break the plastic. So, and I'm always like reminding people when they roll up, be gentle, be gentle. But anyway, she had got that out. We were restocking my supplies, and I also have some supplies in the bathroom, so they'll be handy in there. And then I have some supplies in my purse because I don't ever need to leave my house without supplies. And so we were just stocking all that. So she had got that out and rolled it in here, and then we couldn't find tape, and I was like, I know I have more tape. And so she couldn't find it, and so when she was rolling that back there to put that away, I walked back there with her to see, you know, if I could spot where that tape was. And I was like, I remember putting it in a bag, a clear see-through zip-up bag, but that bag had got put in a box, but we found it. But anyway, Sassy jumped up on top of those drawers, like just jumped up there and got her a little ride while Paige was rolling that to put it up. It was just the goofiest thing. She is so goofy, and you know, she has to be up in the middle of everything. So while we were doing the supplies and all that, she's like trying to get up in the middle of it to see what we're doing, to see what's in the drawers, and she's real nosy like that. And it was just funny that she just jumped up on top of those drawers and took her a little ride. She's like, come on, woman, push me. It was just funny. So I'm crocheting away, getting along. I'm on starting row 8. So, and I didn't even look to see how many rows it was, because I haven't done this pattern before. This shape is a little different than other shapes, I believe, because the pattern is not the same. But I'm enjoying working on this, giving me something to focus on and do, and it's not a big project that's like hanging over my head. I'm just not mentally able to do those kind of projects right now, the huge projects that, you know, take up a lot of mental thinking. I just have so much other going on that, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's too much for one person to have to think about. So I try to distract myself from, you know, from all that with crocheting, or with taking, you know, spending some time in my doll room and taking some photos of my dolls and stuff like that. So I may add some photos throughout this video. There, you know, is obviously some photos, but I'm gonna add some doll photos that I post on Instagram. I usually post some pictures and little stories and such, so I'm gonna add a few pictures at the end of this, so you can just kind of get an idea of you know, what kind of stuff I post over there. I know not everyone's on Instagram. Instagram is easy for me. I'm not a big Facebook person. I'm at all. I'm not into social media that much anymore. Although I do post on, you know, YouTube, and I post on Instagram. It's so much fake stuff out there. AI stuff, and people are just out, you know, sending links to stuff that's going to mess up your computer or phone or whatever. And I don't click on links. I don't go to messages and click on links and stuff. And Instagram just seems safer to me, because you can just scroll through some pictures, click that little heart, and keep on scrolling. It's just easier and safer for me. So I enjoy Instagram more than I would Facebook. I will go on Facebook and, you know, look for a certain pattern that I know is out there on it, or pictures that I know I have from years past or something. But yeah, Facebook Messenger, people are always sending some kind of fake links, stuff, you know, that's gonna scam links, it's gonna mess up your computer or whatever. So I don't even do all that kind of stuff. And it's hard for me to hold a phone for very long anyway. It's hard for me to hold a phone, so just not into all that much. I'm gonna keep crocheting on this, but I'm gonna go back there and talk to Big Daddy for a minute. And Sassy's on her way over here anyway, and I want her to stay off my desk for a moment because I have a bunch of stuff piled up here that I don't want her to knock over, but some stuff I was sorting through. So Big Daddy's in there cooking him some dinner, and I just thought I would show you guys this little table here. Now, we still do have Christmas stuff out right here. There's plenty of it out. We just put our Christmas tree away about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago now. It hadn't been that long. It was out. But anyway, so we finally got it put up. And as I have been organizing and cleaning up around here a little bit, I've been sticking things on this table that holiday stuff that didn't get put up or whatever, or it's just floating around the house and needs to be put away. And so the other day I kind of looked at this table and I was like, what holiday is it? We had this Santa Fuggler here. That's Elijah who gave me that at Christmas. There's a skeleton back there that I did have hanging on my IV pole where my formula, tube feeding formula is. And then I have Nikki here. She is gonna sit here. And I had stuck a hat on her that I had found in a bag that needs to be put away. And that rabbit had got stuck here. And that unicorn horse, it was over here, but I had got it to do something with it and then just stuck it over that side right there. And then Beetlejuice was there. And then I had picked up this alligator, it's a Mardi Gras alligator, and it needed to be put away. And so I just kind of Sassy knocked the light over trying to get over here to me because, you know, she's got to be wherever I'm at. So that alligator is a Mardi Gras alligator. I don't know if I showed it, but it got stuck on this table. And the little Hello Kitty cat, it was on the table behind me, and I was going to do a photo with it, and then I stuck it on this table. So I was looking and I was like, I had all this holiday stuff right here, and the only thing I had to go get was Lady Lux out of my doll room. She's dressed for St. Patrick's Day, and her name is Lady Lux. So I went and got her out and stuck her up here on this table, and I was like, okay, I think I have all the holidays. But yeah, we just ended up having holidays out no matter what time of the year it is. So we're ready for any of it. Just throw it at us. We're ready.
Festive people.
Yeah, he said we're festive people. And then I come to the conclusion that, you know, all these things make me happy. I like looking at them. And I don't know, they just make me smile. They bring a little smile to my face. So why not have them out? Why not just smile all year long? Not just at a certain month of the year. I could just smile all year. But anyway, I'm going to clean it up and organize it a little better and change this out to something a little different. And put some of this holiday stuff somewhere else. Maybe in a box where I can still assess it if I want to get it to use for a photo in the middle of the summer. Who knows? I've never done Christmas in July photos or anything like that, but I feel one coming on because of some mail I just got, and I'm gonna show that to you guys. Phoebe's in there just checking to see if he dropped anything. Did he drop anything for you, Phoebe? Huh, girl? Daddy drop anything for you? Okay, so we're gonna go back to my desk. short trip right around here to my desk. Okay, so speaking of all the holiday stuff, I got some happy mail in the mail yesterday that I was not expecting, did not have any idea that something like this even existed. Y'all know I love the Fugglers, and I got this in the mail, and Zeke was here, and he opened it for me, and I screamed out loud. I love it. This is right up my alley. Okay, this was made by Jackie, and I'm going to tell you about Jackie in just a minute, but I got to show y'all what Jackie sent me. This is called a Christmas tree. Christmas tree? No, I love it. Oh my gosh, that is just the cutest thing. Y'all see the eyes and the mouth, the hat, the green fur, and then it has legs, and it has these really nice shoes. Oh my goodness, Jackie, I love this so much. This will be staying out all year. That's when I made up my mind. Oh yeah, we leaving this out all year long. And we definitely doing some Christmas in July photos. This let me get the box and see about Jackie's information. She does sell on Etsy, and on Etsy she is Hey Creations, Hay Creations. She has handmade art, custom designs, and her name is Jacqueline, and she did sign Jackie. But she sells on Etsy. She has an Instagram, Jacqueline I think. Hey Creations on Facebook. I don't know how, you probably can't read that well, but I love this Jackie. I was so excited. And Zeke knows I love weird stuff too, and he was happy for me. Because it was something, it was. Me and him both were both so excited. And Jacqueline sent me a little tea bag, cinnamon apple. We'll be trying that. Yes, it sounds delicious. And a peppermint. And one thing about peppermint, jumping back to reflux real quick. Some people say that peppermint helps their reflux, and then the computer says that peppermint makes reflux worse. So I don't think there's a one thing that helps one person. I mean, well, I said that wrong. Excuse me. I don't think there's one thing that helps every person. Peppermint might help somebody, and it might make somebody else's worse. But I haven't had any peppermint. I used to have some peppermint sticks that I would stir my apple cider with and let melt in there. And actually, I felt like it did make mine better. It helped clear my throat, and I think it just helped make mine better. But here's a card that Jacqueline had sent me. And she says her name is Jackie Hay. She runs a small art business from her home, and she watches my YouTube channel every day while she is working. Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate that. After seeing your episodes on the Fugglers, I thought you might enjoy one of my Creepmas trees. Creepmas trees. I love it. I love it, Jackie. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love the Creepmas tree. That is just too funny, okay? And I'm going to put this to the side because I think I will have this later tonight. But I'm so excited about this. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I might need that now just to clear my throat. But I love it, and I'm going to do some photos with him. He's about the right size for patina. Let's see. I don't have a patina in here with me right this minute, but I have let me see who I do have. Cynthia's over here. I took all the bracelets off of Cynthia, and she is the right height for him for photos. And Marge probably is too. Yep, Marge could be in photos with Christmas tree and Patina and Cynthia, and yeah, Marge would be a good size too. So yes, I love the oddball dolls. Anything that is different. You know, everybody's got a Barbie doll that looks like Barbie. I'm really not into that. I do have some. I do have regular Barbies. But I'm into dolls that, and art stuff, figurines and things like that are totally different. You know, I like weird. The weirder the better. Odd stuff. Stuff that make you say, what's wrong with her? One of my favorite things on my desk is my Hork, which is part shark and part horse. He's my Hork. So I do like my Hork. So anything weird, creepy, odd. Now I'm not talking about horror. I don't like horror stuff. You know, like blood, guts, you know, not that weird. Creepy, not that creepy, but creepy such as this. I mean, that is adorable creepy, okay? Yes, that kind of stuff is definitely for me. Anything odd, I'm all about it. Oh goodness. And so therefore this that I'm crocheting is very odd. A lazy egg. Yes, that's weird. That's like, who come up with that? Japan. But just the lazy egg character, because it's odd, it's different. Not a lot of people know about that, you know, that little cartoon, or who he is, or whatever. So, yeah, I just love stuff like that. I love anything odd, weird, crazy, funny. But Jackie, I just had to, you know, show the Christmas tree and tell you thank you. And I do have a Happy Meal video coming out soon. I'm going to get that edited and up and out to you guys as soon as possible. And it's probably going to be more than one of them, but anyway, bear with me. I've just been sick and just been having struggles and just dealing with a lot. His legs do move, and so he's, you know, bendable, and you can kind of change him around or leaning different ways or whatever. He's so cute, and those shoes are really nice. I mean, they're made onto him. I don't try to take them off, but I don't think they do. But he's got good sized feet to help him balance, and he's awesome. He is awesome. I'm gonna stick him over here on the side because I want to stare at him for a while. I did kind of clean off my desk, and I'm moving my trolls somewhere else. I want to do some photos with them, so I cleaned them off my desk. Right now they're here to the side of me. And so I was, you know, putting some newer, not new, but, well, he is new, but some different things. I was just kind of rearranging my desk and trying to give me some workspace also, because my desk was getting smaller and Sassy was still laying here. So that's where I'm at, and crocheting on this. Hold on one second. Sorry. I'm just refluxing and just having a hard time with that. But I am crocheting on this, and I'll probably show this in Friday's video where I show whatever I finished this week. Getting a late start because I'm just to be honest, I did not crochet not one stitch on Monday. I didn't crochet nothing. I did not feel like it. I did not have it in me. I was dealing with way too much other stuff to concentrate on crocheting. And some days we just have to take a sick day. Some days, you know, I just push through and crank out the video anyway. And then some days I'm just like, I just can't do it. I just can't. And that's life. That's life with chronic illness. And I know a lot of you guys deal with chronic illness also, and so you definitely understand. And everybody else does too. I know. Y'all are so gracious. Love you guys. Y'all are the best. Y'all are. But some days are just harder than others. And some days you have to listen to your body. And yeah. So I am going to add some photos at the end of this. So stick around and see a few of my dolly photos. The story won't be there with them that's on Instagram or whatever, but you can still see the pictures. You just can't read the words from Instagram. I gotta do, yeah, this shape is not the same shape as other Woobles that I have done, and it is pretty much an odd shape. I don't know. And the eyes are stitched on at the end. They're not little safety eyes that go on it. So I didn't even open that bag earlier to see if there was safety eyes in it. And then as I was making it, I was like, well, where does the eyes go? It never has said to stop and put the eyes in. And then I looked at the bag and saw that they're just kind of stitched on. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you all go. You can see those pictures real quick and then it'll be the end of the video. And I will see you all in the next video. Love you guys so much. Bye, friends. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the photos, and I will see you all in the next video. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet or enjoy any other hobby that brings you happiness and joy. Go for it. Bye, friends.